Hey, so I just wanted to do a really quick recording before you guys get into the Odyssey because it was something we were going to do together in class this week and next week because it is a very, very long story. In fact, it's what's called an epic poem. That was one of the things we're going to talk about this week. Epic poems are poems that are very, very long. And when I say long, the Odyssey story itself is 12 books long. So not just 12 lines, not 12 stanzas, not 12 chapters, 12 books, just to give you an idea of how long an epic is. Epics also span several timelines. They can span several countries, different worlds. The underworld is constantly a recurring setting for one of these things. So with that being said, the Odyssey is an epic. It's probably one of the most famous epics of all time. And it takes place after the events of the Trojan War, 12 years exactly. So this story can get kind of confusing, especially with the way this lady tells it. She does a very great job of keeping it entertaining. But since it is 12 books long, she does skip over a lot of things. So the things that she skips over that are important for the hero's journey, I have already put into your hero journal for Odysseus, just because she doesn't really cover it. And it's part of the story that we need to know. So when you watch the video, just know that the majority of the first half of it is her going over what has happened to Odysseus in the past 12 years since he's been done with the Trojan War. So when you fill out your hero journal, just know that the majority of the stuff she covers in the first half of the video is going to be under your TAE category. It doesn't really get into like Inmost Cave and things like that until I think it's like 8.5 minutes through the video. So once Odysseus actually gets back home to Ithaca, that's when you'll get your Inmost Cave and your Supreme Ordeal and all that stuff. But the majority of this is TAE. Epics also start in the middle of a story that's already going on, and it kind of travels backward to give the reader the rest of the story. This is a term called in media res, which means in the middle. All epics do it. The Odyssey is no different, which is why it can be kind of confusing for some people to kind of decipher what happened in what part of the story. So that can also make the video kind of hard for some of you guys to follow. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that it is an epic poem. It does start in the middle of everything that's going on with Odysseus. And the majority of what's in the first half of the video is test allies and enemies territory. So leave plenty of space in there for that. I filled out what I felt like I needed to just to help not only keep you guys on track, but to also put in the stuff that the lady who does the video leaves out. I hope you find it entertaining. I did. There are movies over the Odyssey, but I've never seen them, and it just takes too long for me to sit down and give them that much attention, especially when I think the most recent one is like 3 hours long, and I'm not about to do that. So enjoy the video. There's some language, but you guys have heard things like that before. Like I said, keeps it more entertaining than it would have been to make you guys read the whole entire book. So sit through the video. It's only about, I think, 15 minutes long, if even that. Get all the journal points written down on the summary. Remember, you're telling me what it is that Odysseus reveals about what Greeks value in their heroes. I will tell you this one's going to be different than the last two. Focus on how Odysseus is treated not by the gods, because the gods kind of hate him, other than make one or two of them. Focus on how the other mortals treat him, like other distant kings and queens and things like that, because that can tell you a lot about what the Greeks value as far as how you treat strangers and things like that. So we'll kind of go over the gist of it Monday when we come back together, if we're back together Monday. If not, I'll make another one of these videos and kind of go over whatever's left. If you have questions, shoot me a message on Google Classroom. It's its best way. Otherwise, I will leave you guys to watching the video and enjoy. I think it's more entertaining, like I said, than it would have been to make you read the whole story in class. Just saying. So anyway, talk to you guys later. Have fun. Stay safe. Don't drive anywhere.